I know this one sounds pretty complicated, but it's actually quite cool. Imagine your friend collects $100 from 3,000 people, giving him $300,000. He then uses that money to buy a property, rents it out, and shares the rental income with all 3,000 people who helped him buy it. That's a simple way to explain a REIT. It allows anyone to invest in properties without needing to buy one themselves. Think of it like you own the front door, someone else owns a window, and a few others own the bricks, which means together everyone owns the entire property and shares in the profits. The learning curve, I'm going to say, it's moderate. And that's because getting started with REITs is much easier than buying physical property. It's not like you need a huge down payment or a mortgage, and there's no need to deal with agents or solicitors. However, you do need to understand how REITs work. They own things like offices, shopping centres, apartments, hotels, and much more, and they get their income through rent. For passive income potential, I'm going to say this is great. REITs are well known for paying high dividends. This is because the law says they have to pass on at least 90% of all their profits to investors. So as long as the REIT is doing well and its properties are rented out, you can earn a steady stream of passive income. Most businesses sign long-term leases on their commercial properties. Therefore, most of the time, income is pretty stable and reliable. But of course, just keep in mind that your earnings depend on the REIT you pick and the types of properties it owns. For tax efficiency, I'm going to put this down as great. This is because in many countries, REITs offer great tax benefits. For example, in the UK, you can hold REITs in a stocks and shares ISA, which means you don't have to pay taxes on your profits or dividends. In terms of risk, I'd have to say this is medium. REITs are generally less risky than buying a single property because they invest in multiple properties, spreading out the risk. However, they're not risk-free. If the real estate market takes a downturn, or if the REIT struggles to keep its properties rented, you might see both a drop in dividends and the value of the investment. So what's my investment worth now?